Hey everybody, got yet another build here for you. This one is the Oriental. The inspiration for this guitar, yeah, it's interesting guitar, huh? So, okay, here's the deal. I was working on the antique here, and I was looking for some wood scroll work, this kind of stuff, to put on the antique. And I came across this monster right here. And I was like, oh my god, I could build something cool with that. And boom. Just right there, the concept for this guitar came into being. And basically, the design is inspired by a Shamisen, which is a Japanese 3-string guitar-like thing with a long, thin neck and a kind of rounded rectangular body and 3 large tuning pegs that stick out on either side. And so I kind of took that as an inspiration and went with an octagonal body. It took me a while to decide what kind of shape to do. I couldn't really figure out a good way to pull off a really perfect, like, Shamisen type shape for the body, so I went with an octagonal. And then I also used, by that time I'd come up with the idea for V-bars for like the strap bar and the leg bar idea, and that took care of the fact that this octagonal body is not highly ergonomic in any way, shape, or form. It's like, it doesn't really work well as far as like having a leg cut out or anything like that. So this serves as your leg bar. It's just set up as a regular right leg bar. So this is, your right leg goes here and stuff like that. It's not one of those, it's not a V-bar design, wherever V-bar is. But yeah, it's not a V-bar design. It's just got a leg bar on it for a regular type guitar. Let's see what we got here. So right at the top end, you've got locking tuners, of course, and they're alternating. And the headstock has been cut out, and the strings run across dead open space. It's not an issue. There's plenty of strength. It's a very cool effect. And then, let's see, it's got the roller nut, of course. It's got the trapezoid on the neck. This thing is very, very dirty, but yeah, it shows up white dust. A lot of sawdust there. But this is all black lacquer with that's it. It's just black lacquer and nothing else. The whole guitar is just black lacquer, even the fretboard. And then, and let's see, moving on down, it's got the arch type top bridge. It's got a nice little hot rail humbucker. It was a nice little inconspicuous solution for a good pickup for this guitar. It's got the arch top type tailpiece on it, and so yeah, it's kind of it's got an acoustic kind of a flavor to it as far as like the design goes. The sound on it is actually very, very clean and bright and beautiful. It's really, really great. It's a very, very pretty guitar as far as that goes. And then of course I went kind of crazy with all the inlay stickers. We got, you know, some of the flowers going on up here, and then we got the big flower inlay going down the neck. And it's got the dragon with the wood carve and a couple extra wood carves that I didn't use. I ended up not using any wood carves on the antique. Then I found some other cool stuff and put them on as well in order to try to give it a little bit of flavor. Maybe could have put something there and there, but never did find enough cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's it. And then I found, a nice matching strap for it and everything. It's got that whole like gold and I don't know exactly if you'd call it an Asian pattern or what, but I suppose it could be, I don't know, some kind of taekwondo something or another. But it seemed to go well with the theme of the guitar. And this is obviously, this is a concept guitar. This is not a, what's best kind of guitar. This is not an experimental guitar. This is I had a vision of a guitar, of something cool, and so I built it. And yeah, these are very cool. I've had a number of these kind of builds, like an old mahogany super shred, or a wonderful teleclone, that kind of thing. Let me see, do I have any other ones here? The antique. I mean, it turned out just to be a Gibson ES-335 with a Bigsby clone, but it still turned out to be a nice one. It's like the first guitar I ever learned to play on. It was a borrowed Silvertone, Sears Silvertone from a friend. And it was one of these. It was a 335 clone with a Bigsby clone on it. And talk about tuning instability. Yeah, I don't see anything else around here in the way of like inspired builds, but there are a few more coming down the pike. I've got like the Rosewood and Babingas coming up, and the two curved tries are coming up. The bodies are already cut for those, and I figured out what I'm going to do with the Rosewood and Babinga finally. It's going to be a lot like this guitar, actually. An awful lot like this guitar. Basically, you take this guitar is going to have it's just going to have a regular natural finish headstock neck that's got some really nice rosewood. I've been saving off a neck out of like the last dozen necks I got that has a really nice piece of rosewood. And then the body is going to be similar to this, but it's going to be square, and it's just a slab of Babinga. Just a slab of Babinga and nothing else. It's like about a foot square. I think it's like 12 by 13 piece of Babinga, about half-inch thick or so. So, yeah, that's going to be the Rosewood and Babinga, and it should look pretty nice. I think I might do that one in an oil finish, in fact. So, I'm starting to think more these days about oil finishes and true oil and gun oil and boiled linseed oil and all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, could be lower maintenance, less work, and nice results. So, always looking for a better way, right? Always looking for a better way. But anyway, so that's the Oriental. Everybody, have a good one.